Hey friends, welcome back. This is Ashley with Uncommon Roots Homestead, and today I thought I would take you on a little walk around the farm and show you some progress on the farmhouse. So let's do it. So we got here a little bit ago, woo, and we walked through the house. I cannot wait to show you. It is like stunning, the difference that drywall makes, which, spoiler, the drywall is in. So I can't wait to show you, but first, Isla is down here collecting some nuts to feed to the pigs. So I'm gonna help her do that. We'll jump down there, say hi to the pigs, show you how big Hampson is getting, and then we'll come back up and take a tour of the house. You got them all? Let me see. Wow. Nice. Want to bring them down to the pigs?
Yeah. You said you were going to help me, but I told you I was done.
Yep. Here's one.
Okay. Yep.
Watch your step. It's a little muddy. Alright, see if they want them. Throw them all in there.
Pigs! Pig pigs! Pond cones! Pond cones! Pond cones! What are these called?
Acorns.
Acorns.
What do you think, Liam?
Acorns. Here you go, pigs.
They'll come eat them in a minute. Right now they're eating their other dinner that Daddy just gave them, so might take
These
them a
are
minute.
going to be their snack, right?
Yep, that's right.
They'll find them. I hide them somewhere.
Look at Hampson.
What? Pigs. Come to pigs. Come in. There.
Good job.
Go.
So I don't know about you guys, but I feel like Hampson has gotten so much bigger since we just got him a couple weeks ago. Also, it's super bright, so
Okay.
sorry. Figured while we're down here, I'd show you guys the cows too. So I'll show you when we get back to the house, but Kevin is actually in the process of building a second pasture. So one thing that we want to do that we have not been able to do over the last 6 months or so since we've had cows is rotationally graze them. It's really important for the soil health, it's really important for animal health, and it also reduces your feed costs to be able to rotationally graze your animals. It makes it a lot more affordable, and it's just better for everybody. It's better for the animals, it's better for the soil. So what we want to be able to do is use our 14 acres and actually create separate paddocks, where each paddock is between 1 to 1.5 acres. The cows are coming to say hi. Between 1 to 1.5 acres, so that we can actually rotate those every, like the animals, like every 30 to 60 days is what we're hoping for. Some people rotate a lot more frequently in less space, but with kind of the layout of our land and our lifestyle and kind of everything else that we have going on, that feels most reasonable to us. And so what we would do is run Jeannie and Daisy first, follow them with Crusher and the pigs, and then follow them with our meat chickens. And so what we want to do is kind of have this like train of animals that's being rotated through approximately 4 different paddocks, and then every 4th month every paddock gets to rest. So there'll be 3 that are kind of taken each time. So that's the goal. So what we've started to do is actually build out that second pasture. That pasture is just under an acre. So this one is like 1.2. That one's just under 1. We have about 2 acres at the front that we're gonna portion off. And then we have this triangle under the power lines in the back that's about 2 acres that we want to run some like some production hogs through to really clear it out and root it out. And then we'll run the cattle there as well. So there's kind of a lot of moving pieces. There's a little bit of planning and time that goes into it, but that's our overarching plan. But let me show you the cows. They're all together right now and they're eating, so they're happy. Hi guys. we've gotten a lot of rain. So this is mud, not ideal. What we're actually gonna do tomorrow is hook the Ranger up to this shed and just pull the whole thing over. So they'll be in that area. And then we're gonna just overseed this and let it rest a little bit because it has been quite beaten up. But hello everybody. Hi. Daisy, good girl. Daisy is getting much more used to us and letting us kind of pet her. Obviously, Jeannie is always our good girl. Good girl, Daisy. And Crusher's a good boy, huh? Good boy, Crush. One big happy family. So one thing I don't think that we shared with you yet, or we might have kind of in passing, but Jeannie is bred back. So Crusher did his thing. Good job, Crush. So Jeannie was confirmed bred back about 2 weeks ago. So the vet is gonna come back out here in probably another month and a half just to make sure that she doesn't miscarry or anything like that. It was pretty early when she confirmed, but we're super excited about that. So that's actually why Kevin is working on this second pasture. It's time to get Crusher out of there because Daisy, being a female, being almost 6 months old, she can start to go into heat before she's full grown, which would be really bad if Crusher impregnated her. We'd have to get that taken care of because she actually can't sustain a healthy pregnancy at this size and age. So we're gonna get him out of here as soon as possible. Oh, did you want to say hi too? You're a giant. You're a good boy. Fury is huge. But so that's kind of the plan, and that's why we're working on getting the second pasture ready. She's gonna be due in May, so we just want to get him out of here, and then we'll leave Daisy on her until probably March, and then we'll dry her up. You sure
flies everywhere.
I thought you were waving.
No, flies everywhere.
Hi, boy. Hey, that's mine. You sure are cute. All right, so now what you've all been waiting for. Look how gorgeous that house is. So you can see where Kevin is starting that second pasture. It's gonna connect to the original pasture, and we had another run-in delivered, so it matches that one. And then this is gonna go away because we're actually gonna run the pigs back there. So that'll be gone, and this will just become part of the pasture. I thought it was a good idea to go the shorter way, and I thought I could jump the wet mud, and that clearly is not the case. So that's fun. All right, so I am standing here at the basement door of the house. It's the best way to bring you in, mostly because the front steps are not built yet and neither are the back steps. So this is really the only way to get in. So I'm gonna take you in through the basement, show you the upstairs. We're gonna keep it short, don't worry, I'm not gonna go on like 45 minutes of telling you what everything is, but just wait until you see what a difference having drywall makes. Also pretty upset that I have to go in with these super muddy shoes. Okay, you can't tell a lot of difference down here in the basement. Again, this basement is gonna stay unfinished, but you can see that for code in our area, you have to have sheetrock on the ceiling in even an unfinished basement. So that's what that is. So this basement is pretty much done at this point. There's some like temporary electric that we're having them run that they still haven't finished, but other than that, we should be able to start putting some things in here pretty soon, which is good news for us because there's so much like stuff that we have to move. That would be really ideal to be able to like bring some of our like kitchen things and some of our canned goods and all of that and get those stored in here. So once they finish the electric, we're gonna come down here and clean it really well. We're gonna have to, you know, probably sweep 400 times, and then it's gonna be good for us to bring some stuff in. So most people who come to visit our house will not be brought in through the basement, but you are the lucky ones. All right, I cheated and brought you guys to the back door, which is where most people will enter our house. So I'm gonna turn you This is where like the parking area will be. So even though it's the back door, not the front door, most people will come to this door. So when you enter, this is what you will see. So the kids' playroom is over there. This is that window seat I was telling you all about, with a perfect view of the chicken yard. There's a full bathroom over there and laundry over here. When we walked in after they finished the drywall and I stood in this space, all I could think was, oh my goodness. Like, this is what I have dreamed of. Look at all of this natural light, the space. We wanted, when we were choosing, you know, how we were gonna build our farmhouse, there were a few things that we knew that we wanted. One of those things was a really open floor plan where the majority of our square footage could be spent in a very like centralized location, which is what we have here. I'm standing in the kitchen. This is actually a brick wall and that will have our range on it. We're gonna have all of our cabinets, our lowers go down here, all the way to that window. We're gonna have a big harvest style table on that side. And then this is the living room right here. So it's all connected so that when you're in the kitchen, I mean, with the amount of food that we grow and preserve, I spend a lot of time in the kitchen. And when the kitchen is separate from the living space, I feel like there are times where I'm just completely disconnected to what the rest of the family is doing. And so having this space, like these spaces combine, lets us kind of bring all of that together so that the amount of time that I spend baking or preserving or that Kevin spends canning, like we can do that as a family and have, you know, the kids doing like coloring on the table or sitting and watching a show. Like there's just so many options here, and when we put it all together, it just feels like such a cohesive space. And then we also have space to be separate as well. So the bedrooms are upstairs, our bedroom is down, there's a playroom. Like there's just a lot of opportunity for people to spend time together or get their own space, which is what I absolutely wanted. But look at this natural light. Like, does it get any better than this? So here you can see even better that second pasture here in the front, both of the little barns. And then that third pasture I was telling you about is actually gonna be right up here. There's about 2 acres. And then the fourth pasture is gonna be back there actually that we wanna clear out. I'm trying not to bore you with this, but like, I just can't get over what a difference drywall makes. Like this feels like a house. This feels like a house that we might actually live in by Christmas, which for those of you who have been following along for a while know has been kind of like maybe a pipe dream. Well, in rare form, I did not even take you up to the garden today, but I've come down to the chicken yard and I'm gonna grab the family, see what's going on with them. Thank you all for joining us today. You always have a space here on our farm. Until next time.
Follow us on Instagram, like and subscribe.
And follow us on mushrooms.
On what?
On mushrooms.
On mushrooms? I don't recommend that. Bye, friends.